After less than 1 week since the launch of the new set, we're getting a B patch to shake up the meta, so let's take a look at the patch and then how it will affect the meta. Starting off with champions, Aphelios is getting nerfed. He has lower AD, but more importantly, his attack speed went down. The attack speed nerf is huge as it lowers the value of Zeke's Herald on Aphelios, which is why the Darkflight Cannoneer comp works so well right now. This hits the early and mid game of that comp, which makes it harder to get to Graves carry late game. Jayce gets a small nerf. Now he will stun for a shorter period of time. A fine change as there is a ton of frontline CC in the meta, and Jayce is also one of the strongest forecasts right now, so it's nice to see this nerf. Olaf gets a very small nerf. Now he will cast a little slower, which shouldn't have that big of an impact, and now he also gets less AD per stack when he dies. This should make the comp less of a no-brainer to play if you get a very early Olaf, which is nice to see. Pantheon gets a nerf. Now he will actually be mana-locked during his spell, which essentially means that he will cast a lot less often. His spell also deals less damage, although it's a small nerf to his damage. Overall, Pantheon should still be a great tank, but he probably won't be the best tank in the game like he is right now. Shyvana gets the same nerf as Jayce. Those two on the same board can do some nasty CC chains, so I'm a big fan of those two nerfs together. Xayah gets a small nerf to her AD. 5 less AD is not that much after they reworked AD scaling a couple of patches ago, as now you're only losing out on around 10 to 15 AD at 2-star, which is about the same value as a BF sword. Moving on to traits, Cannoneer gets nerfed. It's a small nerf at 2, a decent nerf at 4, and a large nerf at 6. This trait really started to shine with the Darkflight Aphelios comp, and it's nice to see this get hit. Hopefully it will be enough, but I also don't want the meta to be flipped on its head after the B patch. Darkflight is also getting nerfed at 2 and 4. It's a small nerf, but a needed one, as there is just an insane amount of HP on them in the early game. As for augments, Knife's Edge gets nerfed at all levels. This augment has been very good when I'm playing Olaf, and I can see why they nerfed it. That's it for the changes, so let's take a look at how this will affect the meta. Looking at my tier list from Sunday, the only thing I missed was Aphelios. I recorded the video Saturday night and did the editing Sunday morning, and while that was going on, Aphelios got discovered. An updated tier list after this patch will look more like this. I think Olaf will probably climb to the best comp, although it gets countered pretty hard by Cannoneer's Aphelios, so it depends on how hard they hit the Cannoneers and if it was enough. Raging Xayah got tiny nerfs, but overall this comp has the highest cap in the game besides the endgame dragon comp, so it should continue to be a fantastic comp to play. Endgame dragons weren't seen too much this patch, as the Aphelios comp really bullied the mid game too hard for anybody to actually get to the endgame. So if you haven't figured it out yet, this meta will come down to how playable Aphelios Cannoneers are, because the comp shifts the tempo of the lobby heavily towards more aggression, due to the low costing units and more players rolling at level 6 and 7. If that continues to be the case, we will probably see comps like Siphon and Lee Sin rise more in power, as you can roll at lower levels and still hit them. I'll post an updated version of the tier list this weekend, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see that as soon as it goes live. Also let me know if you want to see more of these short B patch rundowns when they happen. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.